Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news, gaming deals, all that good stuff. I was supposed to do like yesterday, like a channel update regarding what I'm planning to do throughout January, like broad strokes, and even for the year of 2023. I didn't manage to get the time yesterday. I will try to do it today, but I don't foresee like big changes of the content I'm usually launching. So yeah, that's it. Let's get to the news. Um, I've been seeing in the last few days there has been like the temp issue. I think I already touched this a few days ago. I'm not sure if it was before the Steam sale stuff, but there seems to be an issue regarding temperatures, being the XTX or the XT from AMD 7900. The Bauer, I follow this guy from time to time. I like to check him out because he's tried to be as technical as possible, and he usually does a lot of testing, like lab testing, independent as better as he can, and usually he gets a lot of stuff right. And this one, I think it might be on something here, because there's been a lot of reporting of the fact that it's been like hot temperatures, like 110 plus, something like that. Some of them are spikes, some of them are sustained high temperatures, even though supposedly the GPU is supposed to handle higher temperatures. However, it's people are complaining a lot, and even AMD launched a statement. We are aware that a limited number of users, which are not limited, it's starting to grow every day basically, are experiencing unexpected thermal throttling on the RX XTX cards. The reference model, this is the reference models because I will explain later. And users are experiencing unexpected thermal throttling of the XTX should contact AMD support. They made the reference here because they are the reference models made by AMD, because one of the main theories is that might be a vapor chamber issue. Usually GPUs, they were made with like normal coolers, like the heatsink, then it has the contact thing that contacts the chip itself, and sometimes the VRMs and the memory chips, and there's the spread cooler with the fins and the heat pipes there. And vapor chamber is basically like a huge oh my god, it's like a huge heat pipe basically, but but because it's so huge, it has some liquid inside, so the heat transfer supposedly it's more quick, and it maintains like lower temperatures. And the power, after a lot of testing, vertical mounting, simulating vertical mounting, horizontal mounting, trying to figure out what it is, he even sent some of the contact spots here to check the temperatures. And basically with 4 samples, the issue maintained from his testing, and the only thing that might be associated with these high temperatures is the fact that might be like a design flaw of the vapor chamber, or like an issue in manufacturing, or even the materials used. There might be some issue here on the vapor chamber, and if it is so, this basically will likely affect all the XTX, at least all at least from my perspective, should affect in a matter of time all the reference cards from AMD, the XTX and the XT. I will link this article here on the description below, so you can check out and see the video itself. It goes in depth of as he usually goes through. As you can see, 110. This is too much. Even if it is like a peak on like an something like that, it's not good. But if it's sustained temperatures goes around, usually it's 74, 80 degrees. It's like usually the limit for GPUs usually, and especially I don't know if these guys try to do like the chiplet design plus trying to figure out how to cool all the chiplet design thing with these new GPUs. I don't know. they were in rush to try to compete with Nvidia. I don't know. This past year was not the best year for hardware launches, especially for GPUs. Being Nvidia or AMD, so far, we will see. At least for the mid to high end GPUs, it's not been a good 2 years. I don't like it, especially if you have like to or try to play or have like the rest of the hardware to play for 4K or 144 high FPS, like 100 plus. You need like a good GPU, and the ones that we have here on stock, the 30 series, are expensive like shit. Even the AMDs, they are good. The RX 6800 XT and the 6900 series from AMD. Usually they are sold out. They are cheaper, but they are sold out. It's not been a good year and a half for GPUs. But yeah, I will leave it here. I will try to follow up on this thing, see how it goes. But let's at least get to some good news, which are gaming deals and free games and all that good stuff. From Epic Store, there are still... I made a post on YouTube. There is still the Dishonored Definitive Edition for free now until the January 5th. And also this game, I don't know what game is this. And after 5th of January, you have the Kerbal Space Program, seems like a good one. And I think this is like standalone expansion. They made this game, the Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, they made it free from sometimes now, at least 2 or 3 times that I noticed. This is supposedly like free expansion. If you have the game on Epic, I think we can have this is a solo expansion. GOG still has also made a post aware to make you aware of this. Daymare, it's still free, 6 hours, 7 hours give or take. By the time the video goes up, should have like around 5.5 hours, I think, not sure. It's kind of a Resident Evil clone, but I think it's not that bad. I'm not sure. I never follow through on the reviews and everything, but I think it's not that bad. And for a free game, I think it's always a good grab. And yeah, I will leave everything on the description. Continue what I was talking about yesterday regarding upcoming games that piqued my interest, and I'm very interested to play. Because the Steam sale, I think, is still valid for a few days more. But I made already basically I covered every game that I think is worth buying on this Steam sale. Please refer you to the previous videos that I've been doing, the 6 videos that I did regarding the Steam sale. I covered basically like 40 games with good promotions and and I think that I played already, or that I think they are worth to buy on this promotion. But these upcoming games, I'm trying to cover up at least for this year, like in the broad strokes, what is going to coming this year. And this one is like System Shock, the remake. Supposedly it's coming March this year. It's been a while now since they started to do this remake. And I never played the first one, the System Shock or the System Shock 2, but I played Deus Ex, which is basically the spiritual successor of the themes that are touching here on this game. For all intents and purposes, the game seems to go about in a good way, at least. And I think it's well worth taking a chance on this game when it comes out. When it comes out, of course, I will let you know and we see about the reviews when it comes out. This game also, the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is a sequel for the Fallen Order, will come supposedly 17 March 2023, if it was not delayed. I hope not. For all intents and purposes, the first one is very good. Like in story-wise, it doesn't ruin anything like lore-wise, I think. I never played the game, but I think this one might be a good shot, a good sequel. Some interesting tidbits that I saw here, and I hope it doesn't ruin the Star Wars, because they already did a pretty good job with Disney series and Disney movies, so that's another conversation. Continuing, around 3 of March, the beginning of March, we have Wulong, a Fallen Dynasty. This is the guys that were responsible for bringing Neo series. So the combat should be the same. It's very actiony. There is like no stamina based combat here, so it's very action oriented. It's basically from the Three Kingdoms era of China, which is they have like the mythical heroes, and a lot of the mythology comes from this period. Usually what we see now coming in these new games usually comes around a lot of this period of China history. And the last one, around March, give or take, frame time, it's the remake of Resident Evil 4. I played the first one like 3 or 4 times when it came out a long time ago. It was kind of revolutionary because the third person thing was a new thing for the series, and I enjoy very much the game. The end, of course, it's a little bit bonkers, but it's very enjoyable. And the trailers and the gameplay that I saw from this remake, it seems very faithful to the original, with some improvements, of course, because gameplay wise there's been a lot of changes since this game launched. And I hope that it's a very excellent remake. It seems, I'm not sure if they're using the same engine in these remakes as the one for Resident Evil 3 and all those ones that I've been doing, which is the engine from Resident Evil 7, with some tweaks, I suppose. I'm not sure. I will have to check on that. Maybe I will let you know tomorrow. I will try to see if this is the same engine that Resident Evil 7, which I don't remember the name. But yeah, basically this is it for today. I don't want to overextend too much like yesterday. I already ramble a lot with AMD for today. And I'll wrap up here with my usually GOG funding campaign for me to provide better and more content for my private clients. The goal of this is to upgrade my PC to start doing some video content for them and improve my image compositing and editing game for them. And also in my free spare time, of course, continue to do what I've been doing here with the daily videos, and also resuming my gameplays that I stopped doing it for around 5 to 6 years. I want to resume, redo some of the games that I left in the middle, and do the sequels from some games that I already made. And basically that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Any feedback is very much appreciated, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.